So we got a new Fragment Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low release happening soon, which most of your major sneaker media outlets, they're reporting a release date of sometime here in September, while we do have a few publications stamping a specific release date of the 20th, meaning we could actually see this shoe dropping as early as this weekend, which when you talk about this shoe, it's kind of quiet right now. Like there's not any activity yet as these aren't loaded up yet via the sneakers app. We don't see any activity yet via Travis Scott's website whatsoever, which it wouldn't be too out of the norm for one of these type of releases, as they like to always keep people on their toes, you know, keeping that major element of surprise, generally reserving release details for, like, say, the last minute, as close to the release as possible. And there is a rumored stock number floating around, which I would just say, like, take that stock number with a grain of salt. Matter of fact, like, stock numbers for a release like this don't matter, because we all know at the end of the day they're going to be limited, and no matter what amount of pairs Nike or Jordan brand decides to produce, the demand, of course, is going to far exceed whatever amount of pairs actually touch the streets. And Nike, of course, they do gauge all of the data based off the amount of entries for a typical Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low via the sneakers app is usually going to exceed the millions. So you already know there's going to be a whole bunch of people mad. What would Nike or Jordan brand decide to do with a shoe which they look at as their most coveted? Of course, make it limited. When everybody misses out on the drop, they're going to say wait around for the next Travis Scott drop. Say, like, when they released something in the past, like the Air Trainer 1s or the Travis Scott Air Max 1s, or even more recently, Jumpman Jacks, Zoomfield Jacks. They're gonna hope that you miss out on these Travis 1 Lows and in return spend your money elsewhere, you know, with anything attached with the Travis name. They're gonna continue to keep you downloading the sneakers app, staying locked in for the notifications. So that cycle is just gonna continue on and on. So honestly, I feel like these joints are overhyped. When you talk about the design right here, it's the follow-up to the Fragment original release, right? So you could call these like the 2.0, continuing the same color theme, but just kind of more rearranged, right? It's got more of like a refined, that pre-aged vintage look, which not everybody loves. Personally though, I think it's on brand with the current fashion scene. You know, over the last couple of years, you could throw these on with like a pair of washed denim, vintage tee, call it a day. You're good to go. So I know not everybody loves that pre-aged look, but I would actually say I like the 2.0s, these Fragments, compared to the first pair. Honestly, that's just my feedback. So the design is cool. It's pretty simple, but with these collabs, you're usually going to see like a higher quality of materials, more premium craftsmanship. So that's what you can expect for this release right here. But at the end of the day, like I said, I feel like they're overhyped. I feel like Nike and Jordan brand is really riding the wave of that very first Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low release, which I feel like they struck gold with that release. And now Travis Scott Jordan 1 Lows are kind of in a league of their own, right? I feel like these sneakers even like exceed Travis Scott's name. What I mean is that, like, say Travis Scott, he wouldn't even have to drop no more music, right? And they could just continue to drop like 2 or 3 of these every single year. And I think the hype would be just as high as they are, you know, right now. So at the end of the day, clean, cool looking sneaker. I think what most people get hyped about, you know, is just how successful these OG Travis Jordan 1 Lows were, and they just continue to ride the momentum. Plus resale prices are crazy. So it's just kind of a shoe which everybody's entering what I like to call the Travis Scott lottery, a chance to be able to get these shoes, because pre-launch, these joints are selling for like over $2,000 on apps like StockX and GOAT. My guess is, of course, you know, as the launch comes, the prices are gonna dip down. But let's just say, for example, you buy this shoe which retails for $150, right? Like, would you want to just get these off for a couple little fits, or would you rather just quick flip them for like $1,000? Honestly, like, let's just be real. These are the things that, you know, we got to consider when buying a shoe like this. While I would love to get these off, like, I think they're cool, dope looking shoe, but are they worth the value? It's something you got to think about. Like, would you rather just wear these or get a quick flip, make a quick little $1,000, $2,000? You know, never know how much these are going to be going for. So at the end of the day, cool shoe. Are they really worth the hype? Nah. And meanwhile, while we're over here stressing about this shoe, that boy Travis, he's out living life, geeked out of his mind, hanging with Bad Bunny, which when you look at this clip, let's take a moment just to take this in right here. Like, bruh, nobody here speaks a lick of English, but it doesn't matter. I'm sure the only Spanish words Travis knows is like mamacita, but he's just living life, having a great time while we're all over here stressing about these shoes, which on feet, I know you see them Travis Jordan 1 Lows. So while I'm over here bashing these Fragments, of course, they're just keeping the hype going. They're shutting me up with another dope pair, which at one point, these were supposed to be canceled, but just the amount of times we've seen Travis rocking these as of lately, I wouldn't doubt that they would drop these right here, which if you guys are waiting around for these to drop, why wait when you have these Jordan 1 lows available right now, which got the same colors, no reverse Nike swoosh, but these joints are on sale for like $80. While these Travises are probably gonna be going for like $2,000. So it's just one of those things to consider while we're over here stressing about these fragments. That boy Travis is living life, and the Travis cycle continues, guys. So let me know what y'all think about this release. Do y'all feel like these are actually gonna happen this Saturday? I'm guessing things could happen via the sneakers app, and we could probably see these joints hitting Travis's website ahead of that release. So drop your feedback down below. JATV, if you haven't done so yet, consider subscribing. We just hit 6K. We're on the road to 7K. Until next time, stay safe, stay blessed. I'm out. Love.